What up guys, Izzat here from Oka channel and welcome back to another car review video. So today I am driving the Perodua Bezza. We have done the review of the Bezza. I'll leave the link up here for you to take a look at that one. So that one we covered the advanced variant, and that advanced variant was actually even the gear up model, so it was a lot better than expected. This one I have for you is the basic model. Okay, this is the basic model. This is the G spec. In this video we will be taking a look at the G and the X spec for the 2020 Perodua Bezza. So let's go straight into it. So the outside of the car is pretty much the same everywhere for all three variants. The G, the X and the AV, they're all exactly the same look on the outside, just with some minor differences. Main ones that you can actually take a look that is different is the rims itself. This car comes with 14 inches for alloy wheels, and the X comes with 50-inch two-tone alloy wheels. The differences you see is that the basic spec does not have fog lamps, whereas the X does have fog lamps. And at the front you can see it is slightly different in terms of only the finishing. So the G that I have here has a what you call silver color finish, whereas the X actually comes with a chrome colored finish. Other differences is the side profile of the car. The blacked out pillars that you can see at the center there, the G doesn't have it, whereas the X, they do have it. So when it comes to the seats next, the seats are all in fabric for all three variants. The standard spec just comes with standard seats, so very small huggers and not much seat height adjuster is not there, just front, back and tilting. For the X, it takes it a step further. It actually has semi-bucket seats and a height adjuster for those who are really tall. So for the rear seats, the standard is standard, and the X actually has what they call a high-grade rear seat. You can see it is slightly different than the basic spec. Now moving on to the door panels. They're all exactly the same, except for in the X you do get a fabric finish on the door panel. So other differences is more of quality of life features. The G doesn't have corner sensors, while the X do. Other things that are different is that the X does come with USB ports at the back for your rear seat passengers. Then when it comes to entertainment, head unit, they're both exactly the same. The difference is that in the G, you actually only have 2 speakers, while in the X, you have 4 speakers, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. So other differences is that the G is bare bone. So in order to get into the car, you just use the remote and you can get into the car, while the X actually comes with a smart entry system. Nice. So price difference between the two is actually quite substantial. The G just comes in shy of 37,000 for the auto variant, while the X actually comes in 44,000. So why that big difference? Well, it all comes down to safety actually. So the the X actually has a whole lot more safety features than this basic spec. What are the additional safety features you get in the X? Well, I will list it out on the screen, but biggest difference between the X and the G is the engine and transmissions. So the G comes with a 1-liter VVTi engine, and it has an option of either automatic or manual, while the the X only comes with a 1.3 dual VVTi engine with automatic transmission only, and the auto transmission are only 4-speed for both variants. Yeah. Now, things I still have to, re-mention in this video is that this car is tuned towards comfort. Okay, let that sink in. It is tuned towards comfort. That means this car will sway a lot actually, but going over road imperfections, bumps, those red lines, yellow lines, it's very comfortable. But I noticed in the G, the moment you go on the highway and you touch above the 100 km/h mark, it starts getting weird. It starts getting very boaty, very, it feels like it's just wavy. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I just want to let you guys know that if you buy this car, don't expect this, to be cornering friendly. Okay, it's meant to be an everyday cheap used car. Alright guys, so we're right now inside the Bezza X variant. So as I mentioned just now, this car has a few differences, minor differences, outside, exterior, inside as well, and some quality of life things, yeah. So, but the biggest difference is the engine and the amount of safety features in this car. Now, this is a 1.3 liter dual VVTi engine. It's got a lot more, power. But I also noticed there's something majorly different between the G that you saw just now and this X variant. There is something majorly different, and that is the way it drives. Now, I personally don't know why. But it could be because there's more weight on this car because of the engine and all the other accessories and other stuff combined, and the safety features that is put into this car. It may have weighed the car down slightly more. Now, with increased weight, some people may think, oh no, that's a bad thing. No, not in this case. I noticed this car, compared to the G, the X drives a lot better. Let me repeat, the X drives a lot better than the basic G variant. That's how I feel right now driving this car. I've had this car for a few days already. And the biggest difference that I realized is that the car doesn't sway as much. It doesn't feel floaty. I don't know whether is the suspension different? Maybe they tuned it up differently. But this car is still comfortable. Okay? This car is still comfortable, but it feels a lot more planted than the G variant. So I'm going to just give you guys a see. Okay, if I can take this corner here, watch this, yeah? If I take this corner here, there's some cars in front, but you see what I mean. It feels like it's planted a whole lot more. It feels that the car is a bit more, it's a bit stiffer. Yeah, it feels that the car is stiffer, which is puzzling. I don't know why. I mean, because as far as I know, they're the exact same car. I mean, minus of the difference in the engine and the accessories and the like, I would assume the steering is the same, and suspension is the same, everything else mechanically is the same. But it doesn't feel the case. It doesn't feel like it is the exact same car. It feels like a totally different car. Wow, actually. I mean, it shows there's a lot of different characteristics about this one. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Okay, watch, yeah. I'm gonna try that again at this corner, see if that works. See if this car still feels as planted as I think it is. And here we go. Take it here at about 80. And it doesn't sway. That's good. It's very good. Now, I'm gonna do the other test. Remember when I said that the car, the G variant, the moment it goes above 100 kilometers, it starts swaying? Yeah, let's see if this car does that. Right, 80, accelerating now. Okay, we are now touching the 100 mark. Okay, we've gone beyond the 100. And the steering wheel feels a lot firmer. It feels stiffer. The car does not sway. Okay, alright. I can say with absolute certainty that this Bezza X variant, it is more planted than the G variant. It could be because of the added weight. It could be. Yeah, I'm gonna bet my money on that one. This feels a lot better. This feels a lot better. I mean, this one going through highways, it feels good. It feels good. It doesn't feel like it is swaying left and right. I'm now touching the 130 mark already, and it seems to be okay. Oh yeah, but bear in mind the alignment of this car is a bit off, yeah. I'm touching the 140 mark, and the car still feels very, very planted. Yep. Steering wheel's good. Okay. So yeah. Alright, so driving wise, this car feels a lot different. It feels a bit more complete than the G. Bear in mind, it is roughly 6,000 to 8,000 ringgit more. You get a whole lot more safety features. You get a bigger engine, but it only comes in an automatic 4-speed, but I think it's fine because, like I said, the Bezza is meant to be one of those cars that is meant to be everyday runaround car. Alright, I mean, for the price that you're paying, it is a complete package car. It is value for money, and it is a lot more refined now. Actually, really, it is. So it is actually a town car. Why did this guy do that? It is actually a proper town car, and it shows that it can actually do long distance driving with relative ease. Really. So let's take it back to the G, where we will conclude this video. So conclusion, between the two, between the X and the G, accessory wise, there is not much difference. Just some minor differences there, but the major one is just the engine, which is the major difference, and the amount of safety features that you get in the X. To be honest, it's actually worth the money, because it's one of those things that you should have in your car at all times. So what do you guys think? Do share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd like to know, what do you guys think about the new 2020 Bezza? Does it tickle your fancy? What are the things that you think Perodua should add? You know, maybe we can pass your comments along to Perodua for them to add in the new one, or maybe a facelifted one. We don't know. So yeah, I guess that's it, guys. So share your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification icon to be updated on future videos, and click that like button if you like the content. It would help us with YouTube's algorithm. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, drive safe, guys, and take care.